there for
They
you?
did, which I
Yes,
didn't step foot in, but I heard
really.
it was really nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was raining outside, hot tub and
Oh,
rain. Not
is
the
Well,
that?
most
hang in
fun.
there. Park City has plenty of snow for you when you get there.
Already, already. Absolutely. Good morning, everyone. Hey, Michelle. -7 degrees in Bowling Green, Missouri. I am not complaining for sure. Hey, Lori. Good morning. You're looking splendid today. Florence is rocking the winter wear. That's how the
Yes.
Canadians do it. Come on. Hey, Twyla. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, let us know how cold or warm is it with you. Florence, how cold is it for you up there?
It's minus 26 Celsius.
Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
What is that? Like that doesn't even compute in my brain.
I just know Mr. Louis said as long as it's minus no 17 Fahrenheit, he said then you're in the negative.
Oh my
Or minus
God.
17 Celsius would be I guess around zero or something.
Oh, very cold. Anything with a negative is wow. Wow. Well, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. By the way, San Diego is always open if you want to come to really cold. No, it's like beautiful right now. So, good morning, guys. Great to see you. Oh my gosh. Does anyone else feel like it's been years since we've
Yes.
seen each other? So we're still in the midst of holiday season. I hope you had an amazing time with your family, And I know holidays, there's different sentiments for all the holidays. So I'm very aware of that. Some for many, it's a joyous occasion, but it's also mixed with many other feelings as well too. So, but regardless, I think it's a time to be super grateful, to kind of slow down a little bit, to also speed up. We've been spending a lot of time. I hope you had some quality time and you continue to do so as well too. Who here's had some time with family and friends? Give me a wave or put a me in the comment. And isn't that amazing? It's like, isn't that so incredible? I'm just reminded that, the most important things in life are the things that you really can't buy. It's just that really relationships are really where it's at. And that's what I love about our business. That's what I love about our community. As cool as it is hitting goals and making money and all those things, I think the most special thing that we have is our community and just being able to connect and collaborate and build friendships and lives together. We're able to grow up together. So actually, I think most of us are growing younger. When you're here, have you noticed people just start looking younger, right? They have a purpose in life. You have amazing products, and somehow you just reverse age, and it's incredible how that works. So we miss you. Glad to be back as well too, and hope you're going to have a great New Year's as well. But who here is kind of anticipating already an amazing 2026? You're like expectant for that. You're like, I'm enjoying the holidays, but there's just something about this next year that you can just feel it in the air. Um, it's gonna be a brilliant year. It's gonna be massive. And just personally, and today I want to spend some time doing some mindset stuff and um, prepare us for this next season. But we were speaking with our leaders the other day. So grateful for just all of our partnerships here. But there's three words that I'm obsessed with our team this year, and they all start with an S. And what that is simplification, number one. Number two is systemize. And number three is scale. Simplify, systematize, and scale. And how about you? But one thing, and we'll talk more about this Friday. I'll just jump through a couple of things here. We have a call that I'm excited for all of our stuff, but this Friday you definitely want to make. How you set up your year could make or break, especially the first couple of months of your 2026. And we're going to cover how to actually set your goals and have them work. Right? Who here's ever set a goal before and you're like, oh, that was just kidding one. It's like why did it not happen? And I used to think that goals were a lie because they never worked for me. I thought it was just those things that some people get lucky with. And then I realized there's a way to do them. And then they actually become exciting again. So we're going to dust off the old vision boards. We're going to renew some vision. We're going to have some incredible people share, like Allison Britton and Vanessa Field, and they have some incredible stories that I can't wait to highlight as well. So you're going to want to make that. But thinking like, how do we focus in, and what's one thing that's on the goal? Just to share with you, like one of the things that me and Beck, we were up late last night just talking about you all, and we're obsessed about you. We're like, how do we get Glenora to the next level, right? How do we get Sheila to the next level? Congrats, Sheila, winning Cash for Christmas, by the way. So cool. Like, how do we get Lori to the next level, Carissa to the next level? And we're just thinking, how do we help the brand new person be able to take it to the next place and just explode? Like in my mind, it's like I look at Allison Britton's background right now, fireworks. That's the feeling that I get for next year. Explosive, just like explosive everywhere. You having results in your business, in your life, where you're just like, how did this even happen? I'm just doing the same thing, but it's just exploded. So we're excited about that. So you want to lock that in for sure. Um, but also it's getting focused, and it's knowing what are the main things that are priority. We want to make sure that what we focus on as a team is simple, is direct, and it's most beneficial for you. So when we collaborate on a mission, oh, I see Mama Sandy, and her picture on Zoom is me and her. That's such an honor. You look so good, Mama Sandy. Come on.
So do you, James.
Oh, I'll pay
I
you
didn't know
later.
that was there.
Yeah. That is so awesome. Oh my gosh. So, couple of reminders out here in North America. Who here is ready to transform? Who here ate a little bit too much and you're like double dosing on your drops, and it's so beneficial, guys. The Body Balance Challenge is right around the corner. Um, January 5th, we kick off. That's a week from now. Like it's right there. And this is the time that people really are thinking about, how do I get my New Year's resolutions in order? Everyone's had that same ping of guilt. And I think we shouldn't be guilty. I think we should enjoy, right? Allison Britton made an amazing post on the Drop Revolution, talking about verbiage, right? Cheating versus treating, basically, right? So enjoy that, but at the same time, like I'm ready, right? I got my drops ready, been using them. So we want to make sure that we can hit this hard, but not just for ourselves, but we are challenging everybody that really wants to scale this next year. And we're calling it, oh, where are we? Here we are. We're calling it becoming a BBC champion. All right. And here's our minimum target for everybody: to put yourself into a place of, scary word, accountability. All right. Accountability and leadership. Second scary word, but very important words. And the most essential thing in our business that starts off everything is, can we help someone else go through our program? Right? Can we help someone else go from start to finish, take them drops, get some nice testimonials, and have results with them? Who here knows that the products we have work super well when they're taken? It's like, and most of the time, you'd be so surprised how many people buy our products and don't ever even open them. Case in point, who here yourself have things that you've bought or you've been gifted with that are just laying in the pantry somewhere? They're laying in your closet somewhere. They're not open. They're not used. We do this all the time. I have like 5 books I just bought, and I've barely cracked open one of them, right? So it's a very normal thing, and that's what makes what we do so important. If you're taking down notes, by the way, if you want an X factor on our business in this year, those that are willing to help others, keep them accountable, are going to win really big, because that's what's lacking in a lot of things that we buy out there. All right. No one's coming over to your house or helping you to take action on the things that we want to do. Dr. Josh Plant, he says that what we do in network marketing and partnership marketing is, we sell products with walking communities in them. That community is a very big key. Okay. So that's a huge thing. Chrissy said it took her 2 months before she did it right. Yeah, same here. Right. So the best thing to do is to say, you know what? Who here personally wants your best results too, by the way? Give me a wave or put a me in the comments. Like, you want to feel your best? You want to have better energy? I just want to feel good about me, right? I just want to feel like I can wake up and be sharp. I want to feel like I look in the mirror and I'm proud about me, right? That I'm proud in my own skin and that I'm moving forward towards my goals. So to do that and to be a good example of our program, like I felt like in order to sell the product, I needed to feel like I was going in the right direction. We're not ever going to be in your final form, your final state. We're always getting better, right? But I want to move in the right direction. Does that make sense? Like, I want to feel like I'm making progress, whatever that means to you. The best way to do that is to put ourselves in a position where we can say, I'm going to help someone else do the same thing too. So that's how we're challenging us all to find 4 people to champion through this challenge. Just 4. Okay. I saw my wife, Becky. She was doing this and holding her mom accountable on the drops as we're out in Big Bear celebrating together. And the mom's love it. She's going to be in the challenge. She's loving the drops already. She's feeling great. Like, I'm seeing this live. She's incredible at customer support. So, who are your 4 going to be? You know, who are those going to be? Who here already has 4 or more in the challenge? Put 4 in the comments. I'm getting there, right? Allison does. She's been brilliant. I'm super excited to learn from Allison. Who here has at least one other person committed to the challenge? Put a 1 in the comments below. Awesome. Congratulations, guys. Way to get a head start. And if not, then I mean, that's this week. Like, this is the Carissa, Christy, Bonnie. Congratulations, guys. Fran, congratulations on winning for Cash for Christmas grand prize. Man, that's crazy. So Fran and Allison, by the way, tomorrow, they're going to be on a call that you're gonna not want to miss as well too. So our Tactical Tuesday, that's when we go over skills and stuff. Allison's prepared a whole coaching program on how to actually make sure you can keep your people accountable without being overbearing, overwhelming, or confused, or taking way too much time. And Allison's a pro at this. Allison's done this for 8+ years, coached clients to success, and I can't wait to learn from her. Fran, who here wants to learn how Fran got 19 customers in the last like 10 days or something? It's like, wow. I'm just here trying to finish my Christmas dinner, and she's just like, slanging them drops like nothing, So she crushed that contest by far. Like, it was like, usually there's like neck and neck. Fran and just went all the way. And it was like incredible to see. So she's going to be sharing her secrets on Tactical Tuesday tomorrow as well too. And Den, I know, is on the line. By the way, shout out to Den, our executive assistant. She's getting married on next Monday, actually. But Den, if you don't mind, for Tactical Tuesday, let's put a flyer with Allison and Fran up. And they're our superstars. So that's going to be great. So you're going to want to be on that call as well too. And last call I'll talk about for today is all eyes on 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern today. We're going to have a corporate call, the last one of the year. And we're going to be talking all things Destin, Florida. Who here is excited for Destin, our next Connect event, the biggest one of North America for this upcoming year? Like, I can't wait for beaches, white sands, hugs. That's what I'm looking forward to. Lots of hugs. And I think I'm going to hug less of many of you by then. Like, for some of you, I'm going to hug you. I'm going to feel like cuts in your muscles that weren't there before. Like, for some of you, that hug, I don't know, I'm not going to feel, it's going to feel like you're disappeared or something. I wish I could have hugged you before and after, and we can measure your inches by a hug circumference, So, but that's what I'm looking forward to the most. But we're going to have a lot of fun there. It's going to be a great way to lock in your year. And all leaders go and grow to events. So we're going to talk about that in our vision building thing. But if there's one thing that we need to prioritize, it's rallying behind certain events and growing them as well too. So we have a month away, 5 weeks away. You're going to walk the stage for completing the Body Balance Challenge. There's still time on the clock to get your next promotion so you can walk the stage. And if you really want to be, we have a special mastermind for officers and above. If you are an officer or you're not an officer, re-hit officer by then, we want to include you. That Thursday before Destin, we're going to do a special mastermind as well too. So it's going to be absolutely incredible. So anyways, lots going on. But what I wanted to talk about today with a Mindset Monday, we've been going through, and as I've been thinking about how to simplify things, one thing that I think I need to get really good at is getting really keen on which voices to listen to and which not to. Does anyone else find that some days you all of a sudden go on social media, maybe you're trying to make your post and you're trying to do your engagement sandwich and you're trying to do your do, and then all of a sudden we get distracted by a video here, or we read advice on business or life here, and then we start going on YouTube, and then we start going on Facebook, and then we start seeing this person tells you do this to succeed. And then over here, this other person says do this other thing that's contradictory to what you just heard to succeed. And they all sound good because they're all successful. And all of a sudden, it's like you're running around in circles and you spent the whole day going this direction, this direction, this direction, this direction. And if you actually look at the reality, you're still standing in the same place as where you started with that day. And you're like, where did my day go? You know, did anyone else go? Maybe that's just me. Today, our number one thing that's killing all of our progress in life is not a lack of information. It's a lack of being able to discern and organize the right information right now for you. There's too much stuff. It's too easy to get distracted. We call it the scroll hole. Right? You just keep on scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. And sometimes it's things that are just totally not related to business and life. You know, like I'm a big fan personally. We all have guilty pleasures. Like I love like America's Got Talent types of stuff. I like talent show stuff. I love magicians. Anyone else like those things? I love people that can sing well because I can't sing that well. I wish I could, but I don't sing that well. So I will scroll through these things and I'll be like, oh my gosh, an hour later goes by. You know, we all got guilty pleasures. But sometimes not even the guilty pleasure. Sometimes like you're really intending on being productive and we become unproductive because we're trying to be too productive in too many different ways. So finding voices of value and staying for a while and doing less, but extracting more. That's one thing that for me personally, I'm being super mindful. I'm guarding my mind. I'm guarding my ears. I'm guarding my eyes. I'm guarding my heart. And I'm in a season that I have to actually say no way more than I say yes. Be very mindful what you say yes to, because the yes life is not necessarily the one that's always going to lead to success. It's being very careful what we say yes to, and being careful what we actually listen to. Does that make sense? So we have to be very careful on that. Katie, you had a question. Sorry, I was just answered there. I will address it here. It said, Body Balance Challenge registration isn't up yet. Yeah, it will be live January 5th. So we're just getting pre-commitments right now. And then January 5th, when the site goes up, then we just get people registered like that. So when I think if I'm brand new and I have an hour a day and I want to make this business crank, how do I make that time the most productive? What should I listen to? How should I do it? And Abraham Lincoln was to say, I wonder if he actually said this, but it sounds nice. So we'll say that he said it. But he said that if you gave him 8 hours to chop down a tree, what he would do is he would spend the first 2 hours sharpening the axe. And then he would spend the next 6 chopping down the tree. And sharpening ourselves to become better in our mind, our skills, our actions, right? There's things that we need to get better at. if we spend time to work harder on ourselves than we do on our business, then our business becomes a lot easier because the business is simple, right? We have scripts, we have stuff, all that's very simple. But we have to be very mindful on sharpening ourselves too. So one thing every day that I'm extra prioritizing, I do this every day anyway, but I've noticed that anyone that succeeds long-term in business and in life, they make a priority to become better themselves. Personal growth is huge. And for me, and for many others that have been successful in this industry, the person they can attribute the most growth to is a person named Jim Rohn. He passed away over 20 years ago, but you know someone's got the goods when people are still talking about you decades after you pass away. It's called legendary right there. And it's because Jim Rohn was timeless in what it is that he did. Made his millions first in network marketing, what we do. Took that, and then he was able to take the principles and be able to teach that. So last week, we started listening to Building Your Network Marketing Business. Who here was here last week when we broke through that? Give me a wave or put something in the chat. Yeah, it's so powerful. And there's a 1-hour CD, well, now it's on YouTube, called Building Your Network Marketing Business. That sounds great, you know? And there's so much is packed into it that I still learn more every single time I listen to it. It's like the Bible. You keep on reading it, it just keeps on, you get more from it. Jim Rohn's, he's got it down. He's got it down. I have not heard of anyone better, especially for what it is that we do. So what I want to do today, and you can look it up on YouTube. Back in the day, I had to go buy a $5 CD. But if you just look up Building Your Network Marketing Business, there's many you can listen to. I'm going to play this one because it breaks down in a playlist, like the different chapters of it. And what I want to do is I want to go through the magic of part-time. I think it's going to be very powerful. We're going to listen to this, break it down, and then we're going to spend a little bit of time today on actually executing on this part-time. Okay. So if you're ready to take down some notes, say I'm ready. Man, I listened to Jim Rohn so many times. I know all of his lines. So let's go through.
Now I've got an incredible.
Give me a second. I'm going to play through this one again in the beginning. All right.
Started. And that was part-time. I wanted to equal on my profits part-time what I was earning on my full-time job. This is called the magic of part-time. It is so thrilling for people to start working the business part-time, because now you can work on profits, and it doesn't take very long. If you'll really concentrate on those 10, 12, 15 hours a week, it won't be long if you really do it right and learn some of the skills I'm going to talk about. It won't be long until you can be earning as much part-time working on your fortune as you are full-time working on your job. I did that in less than 6 months. Now I've got an incredible invitation. I found a way part-time to work on my fortune, and I'm making as much money at that as I am on my full-time job. Would you like to hear my story? It was incredible. Now here was my second goal, to make twice as much money part-time working on my fortune as I was working full-time on my job. And I reached that in less than a year. Making twice as much money part-time working on my fortune as I was full-time working on my job. Now I've got an incredible invitation that won't quit. I found a way, through a unique opportunity, to work part-time on my fortune, and I'm now earning twice as much money as I am working full-time on my job. Would you like to hear my story? Do you imagine anybody would say, "No, I don't care to hear your story"? No. Everybody I said that to said, "Wow, yes, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm glad you asked. Let me tell you." Now, when I started making twice as much money part-time as full-time, here's my dilemma. I didn't want to go full-time. And why not go full-time? And the reason was because I didn't want to give up my electrifying story. Right? It was so powerful, nobody could resist the invitation to at least take a look. I didn't want to give it up, and I hung on for I don't know how long until it was, almost insane. And then finally, reluctantly, I gave up my full-time job. But now, you can imagine the thrill and excitement of going to work full-time on my fortune. It was incredible. But I want you to jot down the magic of part-time. What does it take to really change a person's lifestyle? Not very much. An extra $1,000 a month, I'm telling you, will drastically change most American families' lifestyle. And that's why part-time is so valuable, because it very quickly changes a person's lifestyle. And here's what the change in lifestyle does. It's a great recruiting tool. One of the greatest recruiting attractions is the money you make part-time. Somebody said, "You've been on 3 vacations this year?" Says, "Yes, I got this little part-time thing going." Says, "What's that?" "You bought 2 new cars, one for you and one for her. How did you do that?" Said, "I got this little part-time thing going." Your kids have got all these new clothes? Yes. All this stuff is happening. What is it? An extra $1,000 a month. See, $1,000 a month full-time, nobody wants to hear your story. $1,000 a month part-time that starts to change your lifestyle, everybody wants to hear your story. So the key is part-time. The magic and the attraction of part-time gives you a classic invitation for somebody to listen to what you're doing that's changing your life. And it's not just necessarily the money that changes your life. It's what you do with the money. It's the change of lifestyle. So part-time helps to change lifestyle, which gives you a classic invitation to look at what you're doing. That's how I started in network marketing, age 25. Wow, these philosophies changed my life.
Isn't that so cool? Gosh, anyone just get some new goals? You're like, man, it's so crazy. And there's so many notes that we can take from this. But what I think is, at least for me, we talk a lot about big goals. Like I'm me personally, I'm naturally like a vision-driven type of person. I love talking about big things and going for the billion-dollar business and blah, 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 right? Which are great. But sometimes what that can lead me to do is to overlook the magic and the beauty of the quote unquote small wins, but they're the big wins, right? The electrifying story is $500 to $1,000 a month, in our business. Electrifying story in your health is losing the next 5 pounds, for example, right? Like the small things that seem small, it's not that we need more, it's that we need to know how to frame it and market it and message it. That's actually powerful. Who here's made at least $500 in your business already, right? Give me a wave or put a 5 in the comments. Like if you just continue with the system, you post twice a day, you're going through our scripting, right? You're following up. Like you're going to make 10 drops sold is $500, for example. 20 drops sold is $1,000. Many of you made over $1,000 already. And if we're not mindful, or if we didn't know this perspective, we're like, man, $1,000 might not seem like a lot for some. But actually what Jim Rohn said is that's all you need. That's the beauty right there. But how are we talking about that? What does that mean? So what I think is, can I be grateful for the $1,000? Like, what does that do for me and my family's life? Is that free products for some of us? Is that we could actually afford? I remember one of my big goals when I got started in my business. I don't know if you've ever lived like this, but I used to, when I go to a restaurant, I used to be scared. Anyone here use Yelp? Like I thought if you had a $2 sign or more on Yelp, you're a baller. Like that's like, like $15, $20 a plate. I'm like, that's a lot. And when I would go to a restaurant, I remember I wouldn't order from the left side of the menu. I would order from the right side of the menu. You know what I'm talking about? I want the steak. You look at the right, $50. It's a whole week of food, like salad, side salad, And one of the biggest things that happened when I started making $500 or $1,000 a month is I actually went to a restaurant. I remember the day I looked at the left side of the menu. I'm like, I want this. And I'm actually going to go order what I want. And I'm like, that was so life-changing, So what is an extra $1,000 a month mean for you? In fact, maybe throw some words in the chat. What does that mean for you? What would you do? What would you do with $1,000? Yeah, don't go to the restaurant without prices. That's true, right, Katie? Yeah. But it all started that way. Travel. Oh, $1,000 a month is definitely travel. What else would $1,000 a month do for you and your family? Is that paying off debt faster? Is that actually paying off credit cards rather than, man, I remember there was a time in our life where our credit cards were always max. I thought that's just how you lived. Like you just max out your cards or they just say max. That's how it is. I remember when the interest payments are like, oh, I didn't want to look at those anymore. Reduce mortgage. Yeah, help others. Charity. Oh my gosh, right? Tony Robbins says the secret to living is giving. The ability to just write a check and to give more. Right? I remember there were times that Jim Rohn talks about the day that turns your life around. It's one of his other CDs. You know what changed Jim Rohn's life around? He said there was a day that a Girl Scout came out to his door and said, hey, do you want to buy some Girl Scout cookies? He was so broke at the time, he couldn't afford the Girl Scout cookies, so $5. So you know what he did? Instead of saying no, he lied to the Girl Scout. He said, I want Girl Scout cookies, get out of my face. Maybe it wasn't that intense, but he lied to a Girl Scout. And that day he said, that broke him. He said, for me to lie to a Girl Scout cookie because I was so ashamed that I was so broke I couldn't afford it, never again. Right? So there's many different driving forces for all of us. Oh, he already bought some. Becky said he already bought some. That's right. Yeah, Jim was a lot nicer. Yeah, so I'm reading out of debt, cash in your pocket, get out of bad debt forever. Yes, for sure. Oh my gosh. Not say not right now to things your kids want and need. Oh, isn't that great? Having the option of saying no rather than having to say that. Stay in the house or apartment you like. So all these are important. By the way, if you want to do some homework before Friday vision building, one of the most powerful ways to set a goal that'll work is not necessarily to start with what you want, but start with the things you absolutely don't want. What are the things that break you? What are the things that you're like, this is just hurting so much. I want to get away from this. What broke me was I was dating Becky, love of my life, making these big promises, and I kept on failing over and over and over again. And there came a day we were living in our mother-in-law's converted office turned bedroom, and I'm feeling all down on myself, feeling like I'm going to make this thing work and promising. And we're preparing for a pool party. And my wife pulls out 2 bathing suits, throws it on the bed. And she's like, babe, which one should I bring? And what I realized was this was the same bathing suit she had always used. You know, ladies are, you can't be caught in the same thing, right? In pictures and stuff. That broke me because I'm like, I couldn't afford to buy a new bathing suit for the love of my life. I'm like, never again. Right? So when you look at your goals, when you think about the magic of part-time, $1,000 a month can buy a bathing suit, a couple, right? So it's many times these very small things that are very important, but you start to think like, what could that do for you? So how does this go into our business then? Some of us believe the lie that if you had more time to do your business, then you could do more. Can I tell you, after coaching people for 14 years full-time in this, that is never the case. You have just enough time already with what you have to be able to grow your business to the next level. And in fact, if you think that you don't have enough time, that's your best story because it's the magic of part-time. They say if you give a busy person something to do, they're the best one to get it done. If you're on this line, you have enough time to do what you need to do with your business. And I would challenge you Here's homework for all of us. And if you want, after prayer time, I'll linger for 15 more minutes and I'll do a power 15 minutes for you. If you inventory a 15-minute block of time, like literally put a timer on your phone and just be like, boom. And if you actually focus that 15 minutes on income producing activities, you know how much you can get done in 15 minutes? Could you make a post in 15 minutes? Could you follow up on some prospects in 15 minutes? Could you go to our boards in the Body Balance Challenge board and do some outbound invitations for people to take a look at the Body Balance Challenge? Right? Could you get on a 3-way call with someone, answer some questions? There's a lot you can do in 15 minutes. And you'd be surprised if it's a focused 15 minutes. You know what Jim Rohn said? If you do 10, 15, 20 hours a week skillfully and you focus on it, very quickly you can match your full-time income part-time with your business. And then within a year, he doubled it part-time. But the key is focused effort. Business is about productivity, not just activity. So, yeah, and Becky said it's usually better when we don't have a lot of time because we don't overthink. 100%. Okay? So what I'm going to do today, and we can do it together, is in 15 minutes, just do focused, intentional, income-producing activities. And then that means you have to say no to teammates messaging you just trying to talk. We don't talk to them. To emails that come in to just read them so you feel like you're being productive. To going on Facebook and randomly connecting with people. Like, I love all of you, but in my 15 minutes, I'm not going to go engage on your post because you're not my prospect. I'm going to go intentionally do the engagement sandwich with 10 people that are not a customer or prospect, right? Like, everything is focused on just the most important things, which is income producing activity. So that's what I'm going to do. And then you'll be so surprised. You're about 15 minutes. Wow, I got a lot done in 15 minutes. Who here would be down to do that exercise with us?
Yeah.
Okay. So that'll be a lot of fun. But that's the magic of part-time. Can you make an extra $1,000? You know what that looks like? If in 1 month you can sell 10 drops and you help a new teammate you sponsored go ultimate, you make $1,000. If that's all we did the entire month, and then you have some duplication in there, I won't draw it out, but the next month, imagine everyone else does the same thing. That starts to duplicate. That's $1,000. And then it quickly becomes 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 10,000. Then it gets crazy. But it starts with what we do ourselves. Okay? So magic of part-time. All right. Let's take one. Anyone have a burning feedback that you got from that audio that you'd like to share? Feel free to unmute yourself. I'd love to hear. Get your launch post. Katie said that Angie, 100%. Yeah. Katie, what'd you get from that audio there?
Well, it makes me emotional because, like you said, James, we all have the same time in the day, and it's just a matter of making a choice to do this part-time because I know I've got the time to do it, but I choose not to. So I have to make a choice. And that's what I got from it.
I love that. I love that. Choice. That's what we can all decide to do. We got to make that time well spent, and you're going to love it. I know it'll amplify into everything else. Any other comment? Maybe one more from today's audio. Allison.
It just hit me that I think it attracts. It
You're
just hit
good.
me like when he was talking that you can attract more people to your business when you talk about the part-time, the $500, the $1,000. People get scared when you start talking about more than that, and
Mm-hmm.
they need the 500 and the 1,000. If you can get them believing that that's what they can start doing, then see the vision for more, then I think you've succeeded in helping bringing on partners.
100%. Who here is grateful to hear that? That's a lot
Yeah.
more fathomable, right? It's like, yeah, 100%. Love it. All right. Well, what we'll do here is, and I hope this today was good to just get yourself set up. You know what's going on this week. We got BBC champion. Let's get you guys all to be that ASAP. Get your 4. We have a recognition flyer. We're also giving a special gift for anyone that's able to do that as well. Remember, shout them out in the Drop Revolution. All of your people. We have a recognition template if you want to use that, which is beautiful, that Danielle made. We have our last corporate call of the year later tonight, tomorrow, Tactical Tuesday. We got Allison, we got Fran. And then Friday will be vision building. And guys, we are in 2026. Can you believe it? And we're going to have an amazing time. Oh, by the way, if you haven't got your Destin ticket yet, good time to go get it. We'd love to see you there. But we will pray out. Now, Allison, if you don't mind, I saw you volunteered. Love for you to pray out. And then after that, we'll stay on this line. For anyone that wants to spend 15 minutes, we'll just do like a power 15 minutes and actually just go through some stuff together. But Allison, I'll toss it over to you.
Hey guys, I was this morning. I always love to at the new year to begin to see some scripture that starts the new year right. Lamentations 3:22 through 23 is what I came up with today. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. In 2 Corinthians 5:17, therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has passed away. Behold, the new has come. So as we look into the new year, I just want to pray over all of us a blessing this morning. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this group of people, especially because we can come together as a team to pray each and every morning. What a blessing it's been for me the last 6 months. Cannot wait for 2026. I pray a blessing over each and every one of these people on today, and the ones that aren't, that we just come into the new year with a fresh perspective, one that is exciting and with confidence that there are so many people out there that need what we have to offer. And Father, we just ask you to bring those people to us. We do have to do the work, but I know, Father, that you are blessing each and every individual on this team. And I just thank you for the opportunity to serve, to be one of the team members, and to be part of this community. It's in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Allison. Beautiful. Who thought we could get
Amen.
encouragement from Lamentations? So no, so good. So good. So guys, if you want to linger, I know usually it's 45 minutes, but if you want to linger for 15 more minutes, we'll put on a timer and we'll go through a power 15 minutes. And what I'll do is I'll share my screen and I'll go through some things on my side as well too. If you have any questions during this, feel free to drop them in the chat or let us know as well too. But or you just block out everything and say 15 minutes on the clock till the top of the hour. I'm only going to do income producing activities. Your launch post, if you haven't launched yet, your engagement sandwich, engage on prospects, going into your BBC boards in the Warrior Movement boards and starting to invite people out there, following up on prospects, right? Anyone that's not a teammate, basically. So that's what we want to do right here. And then after that, we'll group up and we'll see what you did in 15 minutes. Sound good? All right, cool. Well, I'm just gonna like openly talk, so feel free to drown me out. But I'm gonna just go into. I'll share my screen as I'm doing.
Should we go right now? You want us to do some income?
Oh yeah,
As you're
right
talking?
now.
Oh,
As
okay.
we're talking.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Feel free to mute yourself, whatever. I'm just
Okay.
gonna go through some live demo on my end if anyone's interested in that or wants some ideas. So, all right, let's see what we got. So I'm gonna go, and I think the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a engagement post because I want my BBC champion thing. So I'm going to go to my boards and I'm going to go down to body balance challenge and I'm going to attract. So on here is where our challenge words are. Okay. So I'm going to take this one, but I have to write this out. So let me actually save this somewhere. I'm going to pull it up on my other screen so I can just like write this down because I actually want to write out the color block itself. So let's see here. All right. So I'm going to write out who wants to lose fat and win a free trip to Maui. A free trip to Maui. There's an emoji. No, I want a beach. Boom. With me. New challenge starts January 5th. Recipes, accountability, fun, and prizes. Comment Maui or DM me for details. Okay. Plain. Beach. All right. So I'm actually going to save this one because optimally, before I make a post, let me save this. I'm going to go engage on people that I want to see the post.
Oh,
So I'm going to go into people's stories. I just see it up here on the top. Here's my friend Jade. Looking great, sis. My college friend. You've come along so far since Berkeley days. I'm going to leave a genuine comment. So there's one. Who else we got here? Let's see on stories. Who are prospects here that I want to engage with? Rebecca. Hey, Rebecca. Where is this? A good comment to leave is a question. And it starts an engagement. Oh, love Excalibur. I used to go there as a kid all the time. Used to go all the time. 2. Who else do we got here? Michelle. Merry Christmas. How did you guys enjoy it? Easy engagement right now is a Christmas message. You can wish that to everyone. Who else do we got? That's some real talk. How was your Christmas? That's probably going to be my starter conversation today to everyone. How was your Christmas? Alyssa. Oh. Read this. She's already in network marketing. Tina. Oh, you are so on it. Any New Year resolutions for fitness? So here's a question I'm going to do because I can see she's into fitness that I can see could lead to a conversation about the body balance challenge. So I'm like, hey, I'm doing this challenge. Want to do it together? That could be something. All right. So I did a couple stories. Let's see on the feed here. See if I can find anyone. Allison made her post. Nice. Way to go. Michelle. Let's see. Here's an MLM person. She's in the travel company. Let's find some non-PartnerCo people. I need to engage more so I can see, oh. Happy belated B-Day, Jesus. How was your Christmas? I'll engage in a couple. Let's see here. These are funny. Da, 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 da. Merry Christmas, bro. I want him to be in my BBC team. Let's see. Who is this? MLM post. All right. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Lynn. I should do this with Lynn. You are such an inspiration. What are your New Year goals? Scared to ask, almost. I know, be inspired. Awesome. Let's go for one more.
And these are people that are not customers yet, James?
Mhm.
Okay, because I'm just listening right now. I'll do my 15 minutes after.
No worries. Oh my gosh, this is so sad. Basically, people that can be customers, partners, not an existing partner, essentially.
Okay.
Prayers and condolences.
It can also be people that have joined your business but may have fallen out, so you can re-engage with them too. Basically, opportunities to re-engage with people that can buy again, right?
Oh, thank you, Becky.
Mhm.
Correct. I skipped over commenting on our own Jaden, but right now it's 15 minutes. Jaden, I'll comment on you later. Doreen, we should do something together. Gosh, love your content and message always. Okay, so I engaged a little bit. This will peak the algorithm. Next, I'm going to go back to my post. I saved it, so let's post this. Next, post. I'm going to repurpose this as well. So I'm going to post this on my story so I can see the eyes. I'm going to screenshot this. And let's post it. Usually for me, I'll do it through Instagram. So let's
So you're
post it.
posting it in your feed and then you're going to post it on Instagram? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. So I screenshotted it. Looking for 4 people. Let's become a BBC champion. I'm very intentional. I have another Instagram I do my drops reels on. So I tag that one here.
My
Let's
gosh.
put some music. Locked in. Let's do that. Cool. All right. So, super locked in. Share that. And then I have to go over to my other one to reshare it. Who's this? Melissa Jones. This person's legit. She followed me. Let's see. And I don't think she's in MLM. All right. So I see someone followed me that I don't know. Hey, what's up? Hey, sis. Thanks for the follow.
Oh.
Such an honor to connect with you. Gonna dive deeper into your page. I can tell you are a woman that offers a ton of value to others. How was your Christmas? I'm going to be a normal person. I'm going to comment on some of her stories. What's this wisdom phase? Interesting.
And
Looks
now
like
you're
she's
going back. You're going back now and doing your next 10, right?
correct. Now I'm
Okay.
engaging with others.
Okay. Not the same ones you did.
Not the same ones I did. Exactly.
Okay.
I want some new people
I just got to clarify this.
for sure.
Gotta
Now
get
it's cool
better at
when it's
this.
on my story, you can see who looks at your stuff. But I
Right.
just posted it, so no one saw it yet. All right. So there's that. And then, you know what? Let's go. I'm going to see who else do I want to. I want someone on my BBC team. So I'm going to shoot out an invite to an existing customer. Body balance challenge. Going to go to how to promote the challenge. I'm going to invite a current PC or brand partner. My buddy Mike, who is a very successful entrepreneur that I'd love to have on my business team. All right. Has been on the drops. He's been doing decently well. Hey, Mike. So I copied that over. Merry Christmas. I want to share something that'd be fun and valuable to you. I'm joining a challenge. Simple enough. Boom. So there's an outbound invite. And then let's see if I can find someone else. Who else would I love to be a part of this? I'm going to scroll up here. Who's somebody? There's been Tanya. She's a previous customer. Tanya, hope you've been amazing. I just copy pasted. Okay. 2, and let's see if I can find one more person. I'm going to see someone that's engaged on one of my previous posts. Let's see. So I made a drops post here. Oh, here we go. Riza. 3 minutes. Who else engaged? Best people to invite are the ones that have been engaging on your posts. You know what?
Hey, James,
Yes,
this is Jan. Can I make a comment?
of course.
I put something in, I put it on our millionaires page last night,
Yes.
but I noticed a few minutes ago you scrolled back, you did comment condolences, whatever, to someone that had lost a family member.
Yes.
And how many times have we been trained to look before you comment?
Totally.
It happened to me just yesterday, and I wasn't upset. I just thought, how tacky is that?
Very tacky.
This person,
Absolutely.
this person is like, oh, sorry you lost your son. Oh, by the way, this is my business. You want to look at it?
That's
Almost,
the lamest thing ever.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
it was horrible and just very bad taste. So
100%.
that's all I'm
It's,
saying is make sure you read someone's stuff before you go post them on their
always
page.
be intentional. We're friends first.
Right. We're people,
Exactly.
and we care about people. We're supposed to.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Well,
my 2 cents.
that's not the person for you, for
Right,
sure.
right.
Let me find. Okay. Chantal. I'm just scrolling back to anyone that's commented on my things before. I have 1 more minute. My issue that I have fun with is I have so many PartnerCo friends. So I have to know who's not in PartnerCo, which generally.
Colin would be great.
Helen?
Colin?
Colin!
Yeah, his wife is in New Skin.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't know if they have a weight loss products.
Is New Skin still around? I thought they went out of
Of
business.
course.
Oh, I thought they went out of business. Okay.
Yo. Colin.
Yeah, they're in business and increasing their prices this year.
Oh, man. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
There's 15 minutes. Sweet. All right.
Awesome.
Let us know, what are some of the things that you're able to do in 15? I know some of you are watching, and then some of you are in the midst, but I engaged with at least 10 people. I'm explaining this live as well. I made a post. I put on my stories. I invited 3 to 4 people outbound. So I did that in 15 minutes, like that. So yeah, Katie?
I went to my stories and messaged just a couple of people who were watching, because then I ended up having a conversation with somebody who bought a drop from
Shelley.
me. And so she's not actually in our system yet. So I said, hey, how's it going? And she said, well, not great because of the holidays. I said, yeah, me too. I said, but I want to let you know about our specials that have free shipping. And she asked, well, what are they? So I went ahead and gave her all 3 body balancing packs that have free shipping. So we'll see. And then I also messaged somebody else that was looking at my stories, who I invited to the Drop Revolution because of recipes. And I said, let me know if you're interested in knowing more about the drops. So that's 2 people, but that
Good
did
job.
take 15 minutes. I mean, I
Great.
wasn't messing around. So
That's great. The
Yeah.
most important thing that you could do every day, if there's only one thing to track, it's how many new people are saying yes to looking at information about your product or business. You can do everything else in the world, but if that doesn't happen, then it wasn't a productive day, in my opinion. So if
Right.
every day if you have 2 new people every day saying they want to learn about what you're doing, that's great. Because that's the metric that's the most important to have. So way to go, Katie. You went right in for the jugular, so to speak. So good
Gotta
job.
do it.
Yes.
Good. Thank
I
you.
see Eric engaged with 8 people, made 2 posts. Eric's like one of the fastest posters I've ever seen. Like this guy's incredible. Followed up with 2 potentials. Peter got 10 new followers and started a new conversation. Good job, good job, good job. Teresa, I'm glad that it was, it's cool, right? This is literally, we all do the same thing, but you can see it actually happening there as well too. I love the questions that are in the chat. Let's see, I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, perfect. So 15 minutes. Who here sees that you can do a lot in 15 minutes, right? If you were to hang out with me and imagine I wasn't explaining, I could do more. So there's a standard, but even if we could do half or 20%, because some of us are thinking, I can't type that fast, you're so quick. With practice, you get better. But can you do a third of that? Can you do a fifth of that? Could you do something in 15 minutes, right? It doesn't matter. It's just, what are we doing with that 15 minutes? And are you doing that consistently? What if you did 30 minutes? What if you did 45 minutes? What if we actually did an hour of actual work every day? Who here feels if you did an hour of focused work a day for 30 days, your business could completely transform, right? You could at least make $1,000 for sure. For sure. So put that into our minds to think magic of part-time. Let me make sure I can be intentional. Whenever you decide to do your work, turn on that brain, put on a timer if you want to, and just go, right? And just make sure that the time is productive. So awesome. And keep us posted, Joy, when you do this and how it works and everything. So with that, thanks for the extra time, guys. So appreciate you. So proud of you guys. Ending the year strong, and then we're launching into the new year. We love you. Let's crush it. Have a great one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you. Bye-bye.
Love you.
Bye, James.
Have a great
Bye,
day.
Thank you, everybody.
Crush it.
Bye.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
everyone. Have a great
Thanks
day.
for sharing.
Thank you so much.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you.
You look
Bye,
beautiful.
bye.